Hello everyone, welcome back. This is JudyAdele and I am here to do a music reaction video. I have no idea what the song or artist is. I do know this is a request and it comes to us from Gail Seaton Humbert. So let's dive in and check it out.
Hey, Minchin, put some clothes on. I got an idea real quick.
Shelter from the storm. We're going viral and the fire is warm. Keeping calm, carrying on. Scotty's latest presser is depressing, so we're tuning into this
approved message from the senator. Bet you are still trying to find me. Out of office message, mahalo from Hawaii. Leadership's not really something that I'm feeling, kid. You maybe should have voted for the other guy behind me. What's the matter, little Aussie Bradley? You tired? No, everything I own is on fire. Well, your Aussie spirit's lifted and you're still kicking on. Everything's burning. Better turn the fucking cricket on.
Okay, so I remember seeing something about the song, and this is obviously done during COVID. Maybe not obviously, but it's done during COVID. I obviously know Tim. I don't think I know Briggs. Briggs is new to me, but I have to say there's something about his voice that sounds really familiar. So I'm wondering if I've heard him on something else and just don't remember it. Honestly, my knowledge, like I remember, it's interesting because this happened in April of 2020. So this is shortly after, after the lockdown. And I'm not sure when Australia anymore hit lockdown, but I know they had the fires. And as much as I was somewhat paying attention to what was going on, I also am not familiar with the names and exactly the politics and looking at the lyrics exactly. Yeah, I'd love to sit down and have a conversation just about how things were then and then thinking about how they've been in really, strict lockdown. A friend of mine went down to Australia to see his mom, and I think he was in a hotel for 6 weeks waiting to get into Australia. So I'd love to know more about the thoughts behind the song. Also really impressed that they did this. Like, this was in the way beginning when we were just figuring out how to do all of this stuff. So I love that. I love that they dove in. So okay, let's get back to the song.
Things burning. Better turn the fucking cricket on. We deserve someone who's a little bit better than it ain't no one but this nice and settled. You ain't fit to push the whip, you're backpedaling. You ain't fit to wear the kicks that I'm threatening. I'm smooth, I'm real nice like, and it's not like I miss this nightlife. It's so good, yes, alright. If we can't start a house party, start a house fire. Get it?
Come little baby, shelter from the storm. We're going viral and the fire is warm. We're good little citizens sitting in the bunker, just watching the boss fumble like my befuddled uncle does. We're rocking the lock-in, self-intern, watching videos of Jacinda Ardern. Shit, even the Kiwis aren't allowed outside.
If you can't start a house party, start a house fire. Briggs 4 p.m. Chuck Peter Dutton if you see it. Deport this, fuck how you feeling. Pandemic's got them reeling, people need to see you leading. Yeah, fucking footy's on, do it after the weekend. If worst comes to worst, the people come first. Yeah, but I'm gonna need a purse for the Megatron. You ain't fit, we don't get near a penny worth. You ain't fit, the leadership is getting plenty worth. Went to hit the store and everything had been bought. They quarantined us all, so we're sitting indoors. If they're getting on board, I'm pulling this ripcord and ditching this Concorde and splitting like John Ford.
Were they short on toilet paper down in Australia as well? Did they go through the toilet paper panic? Sorry, I need to back up. I lost track of things after the toilet paper.
But then it been 4 days, quarantined us all, so we're sitting indoors. If they're getting on board, I'm pulling this ripcord and ditching this Concorde and splitting like John Ford. I'm real nice like, and it's not like I missed this nightlife. We're all good. Yeah, it's alright if we can't start a house party.
Ooh, sorry, I'm digging the lights there. That's pretty awesome.
Nightlife, we're all good. Yeah, it's alright if we can't start a house party, start a house fire. But you're cool. Yeah, you're alright, but I'm kinda sick and tired of being inside. We're all good. Yeah, we're all smart. If we can't start a house party, start a house fire. Get it?
Come little baby, shelter from the storm. We're coughing up lungs and the kettle's on. We already burned the world outside.
If we can't start a house party, start a house fire. House party, start a house fire.
Okay, Sorry, that looked like a sheep for a second, which I was very fascinated by. Save the sheep, bring them inside.
Start a house party, start a house fire.
Scotty from marketing, standing there shuffling his papers, wondering what Jesus hasn't come to save us. Looking to beat it out and like, what the fuck's happening?
At least the Ruby Princess had a fucking captain.
Come there to baby shelter from the storm. Stay the fuck inside until the bug is gone. We can still stir shit from the inside.
If you can't start a house party, start a house fire.
I love that the like end sounds are left in. Just sort of the rawness of it all. And it's just an interesting thing of having, them in their houses in, little parts of their houses, I assume, taking over for the video footage. I don't know. I always think of like the logistics of what it looked like being in the process of trying to film that in your house, and how long did it take? Was it a couple days, an afternoon, and putting up the lights, and I'm just fascinated with all that stuff. The reality of the behind the scenes, I think, makes it like real and doable and less of a mystery and a little more attainable rather than this just mysterious, unattainable thing, creating a music video in your house kind of thing. Anyway, like I say, I'm not as familiar with Aussie politics, and I wish that I was, although interestingly enough, I just was watching a thing with Tim Minchin last night at about 1 o'clock in this morning. And he was talking about social media and just the amount of stuff we all have coming at us. And here we are in this time of pandemic where everybody, my gosh, I remember that time, right? When in, say, April, when this song came out of 2020, when you're just trying to suck up as much information, figure out what's reality, what do you need to do, how do you take care of yourself, how do you take care of other people, how do you go grocery shopping, how do you, what is safe, what is not safe, and watching our own politics. And so I was definitely hearing things from other places, but probably really, really focused. And at the same time, hearing little bits and pieces from other social media and watching a little bit of Amanda Palmer from New Zealand and all of these things that kind of kept you just aware of the insanity of how everybody was feeling all over the planet, which was, I don't know, kind of like a lot and kind of interesting at the same time. So part of me feels bad for not like being able to really know the politics of the song. Another part of me is like, again, listening to Tim's statement last night about him cutting out a lot of just really backing away from a lot of the extra social media and really kind of focusing on his, like he said, I think it was him that said it, years ago, we had our family, we had our community, and you occasionally got information from the newspaper about what was going on in the rest of the world. There wasn't just everything flying at you all day long, and trying to sort out, what's important, what is going to stress me out, and kind of having the weight of the world. So I was thinking about this last night as I was listening, because I feeling like I want to know everything and what's going on everywhere, and that's just not realistic or fair. But I love to hear about people's experiences. So it was more fun. It's more fun for me to listen to Amanda Palmer's experience than to try to sit down and shuffle through, really try to understand politics from reading a bunch of articles in various newspapers of other countries when I'm already overloaded with my own, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like that sounds like self-centered and selfish. It's hard to figure out how to balance and choose your time. Anyway, that all being said, that was enjoyable. I read that Briggs had asked Tim to write a chorus, and clearly that's what he did, and really good. Very catchy, very that's an earworm for sure. And I can imagine if that was written about me and my country, I would be having latched onto it, especially in that time period, I'm sure, in some way. So thank you, Gail Seaton Humbert. I would be happy to have a little more insight to the song and it's behind it. At the same time, I'm not looking for a novel or a research project. Fun to watch Tim, fun to learn about this new person, and I love the combination of the rap and the song and the tune and the earworm and the cleverness that is in both of their lyrics, really. So thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the other videos we've got. If you're new to the channel, so many Tim, so many other types of music all over the board. So feel free to hang out here for a while. We'll see you soon. Take good care and enjoy the music. Have fun. Bye-bye.